What's up, Sway Gang? What's up, gang? Welcome back to another weekend vlog. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, gang. If you notice anything different about your girl got a little head unit on. Got me a little wig going on. I had to take my lock extensions out because it was just time. Even though they look good at the roots, because I do actually have locks, the faux locks at the ends, it wasn't just giving what it was supposed to give. So that's how I knew it was time to take them out. I put this little wig on. It's old, but it's still giving, you feel me? But yeah, I needed to give my locks a break. Just because those faux locks can really weigh my natural locks down just a little bit. Technique that I use to put the faux locks on is I just wrap another layer of hair around it, so I'm not actually crocheting my real locks. So it's not as harmful to my locks, but weight wise, I think it does make a little difference. So right now I just have like a lot of moisturizer on my locks. I just got them covered, and then when the day is over with, I just take the wig off and just wear them free around the house. But since I'm out and about and I really don't want to style my natural locks, I don't want to do my edges or nothing like that, I just put the little wrap on because y'all let me know. I think it's fly. Today I need to go to Costco to re-up on our water, my cat litter, and then I need to stop and grab some shrimp. I may just get it from Costco. I don't know. I never really bought shrimp from Costco, I don't think. But I need shrimp for tonight's dinner. I'm making southern cabbage, so that's just the fried cabbage, andouille sausage, and shrimp with peppers. So I'm gonna make that, and then I gotta grab some cornbread too, so we'll have that for dinner. Yeah, other than that, nothing's really been new. Just a little side note. So lately I have been more mindful about my CNS. So CNS stands for Central Nervous System. After a long period of my current journey, so I would say maybe over the last 3 or 4 months, like so many personal things have been going on. And more recently, I was just kind of analyzing the way I felt when certain situations or certain emotions arise within me. And I'm already a believer of everything is energy. I was just basically paying attention to what I was energizing when a certain emotion came about, and how that made my being, my person, my body feel during that very given moment. I basically came to the realization that a lot of health issues like high blood pressure, right? I had high blood pressure, and I believe that high blood pressure is stemming from stress. So me being me, a lot of the time I don't feel like I'm stressed. I feel like there are certain things that come about in my life that can make me feel that, but I never really notice, if I'm feeling stressed at a certain period of time, or like, I don't know how to explain it, because okay, for those of you who know about high blood pressure, they say it can stem from stress or like genetic mutations or whatever, right? So I'm only 28. And when I used to go to like the dentist or the doctor's office, they will always say like, your blood pressure is really high. So my first thought is, okay, I understand that black people have high blood pressure, but what metrics are they basing that off of? Like, everybody as a collective? Do they, study certain races to figure out, okay, what is the average blood pressure for this race and this age group and things like that? Or is it just overall just a standard? So when I was first hearing about high blood pressure, I'm thinking like, well, I don't really like the science of how y'all base who has high blood pressure or not, if it's just like a collective rule, you know what I'm saying? So I was already like, no, I ain't working with that. But then so that's my first thought, and it's still kind of my thought. And then another part of it is, you know, just knowing that you have to live with taking a certain medication, prescribed medication, to keep it down. So me being me, I'm already like an herbalist. I already tap into myself before I take word of anyone else. And, you know, that's just how I am. That's how I'm rocking. That's how I'm moving. And so based on my research, me knowing, not just solely research, and when I say research, I'm not saying like googling this, but like actually diving into books and studies and different things, like comparing the notes, analyzing everything, and then most importantly going within myself to find out what does myself need. So when I think about these kinds of things, and you know, if I notice that, okay, well, I'm thinking about this, so this is making my body, it literally feels like my body is taking its own energy and applying it to one area. So when I notice that that's happening, I literally have to meditate, pull that energy back into myself, and regulate that energy for like a long period of time. So I would say I would study and focus on that energy and visualize it pulling back into myself for about 5 to 10 minutes. And literally once I feel that energy is restored back into myself, I harnessed it. But you know, as a human, you unconsciously kind of go back to the ways of being how you were. So I took the step further, and now that brings to right now, to today, learning how to restore your balance and maintain it, and how to do that. So I've been taking ashwagandha. Everyone knows it's to help you with stress and things like that, but overall, learning about the central nervous system, how does ashwagandha react, and what benefits does it have specifically on the central nervous system, so on and so forth, and learning how to harness that, and hold on to it for a longer period of time, more than 10 to 15 minutes, practicing it every single day until it actually sticks, and essentially your life starts to change, your focus starts to change. You start being more mindful about where your energy is flowing, because where energy goes, energy flows. If y'all could take anything out of what I'm saying, just understand whatever you put your energy on, you know, that can either be detrimental or it could serve you purpose-wise, because I know that's a part of manifestation, is if you focus on one thing for a long period of time, it's more likely to happen. I'm getting tired, y'all. I shouldn't even be talking. Why am I talking to y'all about this? But yeah, I just want y'all to know, because maybe that would be helpful. But ashwagandha, if there's an herb of the day that I would recommend, is ashwagandha and meditation practices. Another thing that I came into while studying my central nervous system, regulating it, restoring it, balancing it, was Buddhism. And I used to think that Buddhism was a religion, but it's really not. It's actually a practice. And when I put all three of those studies together, it now has to be set on a whole new journey of self-realization. So that's enough of that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So let me get to Costco. Let me get to a couple stores. I'm probably not going to take y'all in there because it is Saturday. So it's probably dumb busy. But I will let y'all see dinner tonight at least. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Be a part of the Sway Gang. I'll see y'all in the next clip. Bye! Y'all, it's hot as hell. Oh my god. Oh, hold on, copyright. Yeah, I am so hungry now. Thinking about where I can grab me something good at. I'll get back to y'all once I decide what I'm gonna eat. Ciao. I'm home. Thank the Lord. Yeah, I get so damn exhausted doing my restocks, my weekly restocks, because it just be so busy outside. What you want, Zeus? So I could probably start preparing dinner. I ended up not stopping to grab me any food because I just realized that I bought something that I can make for the time being. So I'll probably eat that and really just start preparing dinner. I think now would be a good time just in case I want to like relax later. I do need to deep clean my bathroom, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that today or tomorrow. I know my husband has to take care of his side of the house too, so I don't know if that's all that's gonna take place today or just like bits and pieces between today and tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna close out this vlog and get this up to y'all because I know y'all probably missing your girl, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. If I don't make another video tomorrow, then y'all can expect me next weekend. So I love you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Y'all, we almost at 300 subs, so I need at least one more sub. Let's get us to 300. And yeah, we in there. Alright, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. I just thought about it. How am I gonna close y'all out like that when I still need to cook? And I told y'all I would show y'all my dinner, so I'll make sure I stick around so I can show y'all what I made, and then we'll be closing out the video. It's six, almost 6:30. That concludes the video. As y'all can see, I made my southern cabbage. I haven't eaten yet. I'm actually getting a snack ready for these pets of mine. And yeah, I'm about to be chilling for the rest of the day. Probably take this makeup off because I ain't doing nothing else. Yeah, I real life do not be outside like that, but that's cool. But yeah, so I'm about to give these boys their snack. Jermaine already ate. I'm probably gonna eat in a little while. And yeah, happy Saturday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.
I see you getting my lifestyle. I see you watching my movement.